So welcome to Momentum Magic, 5 days to unlock time, energy, and abundance. And it's always great to be here with you ladies so that we can begin to take your life to the next level. I really acknowledge the fact that you're here investing your precious time and energy and propelling your life forward. And for those of you who might be listening to this later and we haven't met, my name's Carrie Asuncion Helms, and my company's name is Keys to Empowerment. And I'm really passionate about inviting women back to themselves to trade overwhelm for focus and confusion for clarity, and really having the confidence to say no to that which doesn't serve you, your family, your community. And it really starts with calming down our nervous system so we can think clearly and move forward with a greater degree of confidence. So for 20 minutes a day over this week, and for those of you who may be tuning in a little bit later, we have recorded each one of the sessions, so you will be having access to them, and they really build on each other. So I encourage you to invest the time and energies to watch some of the videos. So yesterday, we were really talking about prioritizing yourself, right? Carving out time to create more of what you want in your life. An important component to that is getting clear about tapping into your body's wisdom and getting clear on where you want to pour your energy and vitality in. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So it's really about gaining the level of confidence to get clear on what direction you want to go. And I have to tell you, I've been doing this process, a dream building process, over the past almost 20 years with people. And I really feel that it helps to move mountains when you get clear about what it is that you want to create. Like when I went for my leadership program, they basically said that if you have a picture of what your bigger why is, that those gremlins that sit on your shoulder and tell you that you can't do it or you're too tired or whatever, they begin to subside as you go, no, this is the direction that I'm going. So can we agree that we're more than our minds? And today we're going to tap into our imagination and also connect to our head and our heart and our pelvis, because that's where our sense of stability is. We have our three brains, right? We have our head, we have our heart, and we have our gut. We have that gut sense of what works for us. So to get started, we're going to do a process called cortices, and it's actually been so powerful. It's taken people out of a coma because it activates your body's electrical system so you can think more clearly. So you ready to get started? So we're going to have one side, one hand is hands closed, the other side are fingers open. And the side that's closed fingers is going to go 5 positions, starting at the base of our brain there, right below the occiput. And this hand that's open is going to tap across the top of our head, left and right hemisphere, as we take a deep heart breath, tapping the head, the heart, and the belly. And I want you to actually feel your breath all the way down into your pelvic bowl as you do this. Let's do this again. We'll do it 2 per position: head, heart, and belly. And then right above that occipital lobe right there is, we're going to be holding. So top of your head again, taking a deep heart breath, just pouring it in. You know, how often in our day do we actually pause long enough to tune into our body, to ask our body, like, what is it we need? So tap in the top of head, heart, and pelvis. Then it's like right at that corner of your head, like if you were wearing a yarmulke, and taking a deep breath, heart and belly. And we're basically telling our whole body, that means from the tippy top of our head to the tippy toe of our feet, that we're alive and well. And then right on the top of your head, now that's where you've been tapping, so that's okay. You can tap right on top of that head. We're using the electrical impulses, head, heart, and belly of our hand to wake up our nervous system, to synchronize our heart space, and to activate our gut brain. And then we're going to do what I call the oh my goodness position, which is right here in the prefrontal cortex, taking a deep heart breath as you tap head, heart, and belly. And again, head, heart, and belly. And we wouldn't want to miss the side of our head. So you put both hands together, fingers together, and wrap it over the area that's over your ears, taking a deep heart breath. And let it go. Maybe even making some noise. Let's do that one more time. And let it go. And tapping the top of your head, your heart, and your belly. And I'd like to hear in the chat what you're noticing in your body now that we've done that. That took less than 5 minutes, and it's really an opportunity to bathe your body in a deeper level of self-care. So if you put in the chat, then I can basically read it to the group. So what I found just by doing that for just those couple of moments is it almost feels like the left part of my brain is starting to wake up, like it was maybe asleep and I didn't even realize that it was sleeping. So next we're going to be tuning in to our heart's wisdom. And really this, like I said, this is a process that I've been doing for the past 20 some odd years with people. And it's about envisioning what lights us up. The truth is that when you're clear about what outcomes that you want, then you're more likely to find what you're seeking, right? So if you leave it to chance, yes, life provides us with some beautiful opportunities, but this way you're actually asking or you're using your imagination to say what's possible. Oh, somebody said, oh wow, that she took a fall earlier and her head feels more clear and really in tune to what's sore. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we may need a little bit of opportunity after this because cortices can be used in association with something called first aid. So we can get more specific. So stay tuned after the call today and we'll work on that a little bit. So today we won't have an opportunity to create a full blueprint for your life, but we can begin to ask the important questions. You might want to write these down. What would I love to do? And what would I love to be? And what would I love to have? So it's not just about the things that we want to accumulate, but what are those experiences that we want to create in our life? And I'm going to just share with you early on, I had a personal assistant, Courtney, and she said, it's okay if I share this opportunity with you, is that as part of her dream building process, she created a beautiful vision board with turquoise waters. You can imagine a short list of 10 different Virgin Islands that she wanted to visit, and a picture of a large catamaran and with a hint of romance there. And so she craved the freedom of working outdoors and swimming in warm waters and mixing with people from all over the world. And soon she informed me, guess what, Carrie? I'm taking off for St. Thomas. So I got a job. So and I thought that I was her dream job, but no, she was going to go off. And she really got clear about what she wanted to create and she went for it, romance and all. And so I share this with you so you can get a feel for the power of having a clear vision and really something that excites you and connects you to life's adventures. So now it's your turn to step into your vision and decide for your life. And when you decide, it's more like outside forces, like I was saying, once you understand your why, outside forces have less of an impact. And actually, the universe conspires to dish up what you are envisioning, more of what you're envisioning. So for this exercise, you'll need something to write with and maybe a piece of paper. So if you don't already have that in front of you, then please grab something. And if you aren't sure what direction you're going, that's okay, because basically you can get to the end of your life and you can realize, well, I didn't have a chance to do everything that really mattered the most to me. So let's envision what you'd want to create. And if you're going to continue to live the next 365 days going forward by default or design, so you might as well imagine a picture of what you want to create. And I have to say, for those of you who think, well, I like my life the way it is, it's perfectly fine. Great, dig deeper. We can always expand or paint a clearer picture. And I have to remind you that we all have imagination. So it may come in visions, like internal visions. It may come in sounds. It might come in songs or images, or even a felt sense inside of us. And I'm just going to invite you today to trust whatever comes up for you. And it may be a little shocking. I know when I first did this, I got a crystal clear vision that I was supposed to go back to for my master's program in psychology. Something that my family had for years told me, you're crazy. Why would you want to go do something like that? You have to go for a master's in order to do anything with it. But I began to realize that at age 30, 36, that I had left something undone and that I needed to go back to, you know, basically fulfill what I'd always wanted to do ever since I was a little girl. So today we're gonna access our heart's intelligence. It's based on a system that was created by HeartMath, and it's scientifically validated to reduce stress and improve brainstorming capabilities. So even if you use this for nothing more than to basically tap into a deeper sense of stress reduction, it's a really powerful process. And so again, whatever comes up for you, trust it. And for now, you can put your pen and paper to the side, and I'll give you a chance to write what comes up at the end. So I'm going to invite you for this moment to begin to close your eyes or have a soft focus in your eyes and take a deep heart breath. And you can put one hand over your heart, maybe one hand over your belly. And I'm going to invite you to bring to mind something that has brought you great joy, a great sense of love and connection and acceptance in your life. Maybe it's a special someone or an animal companion, or even a sacred place in nature, whatever that is for you. Taking a deep heart breath. And I'm going to invite you to breathe through your heart space as you feel that sense of love and appreciation in your life. And I want you to begin to imagine, what would I love to do? And who would I love to be as I'm living my life? And what would I love to have? So begin by settling in, taking another deep heart breath, and asking yourself, what would I love to be having more of in my life? Maybe more connection or financial resources or greater health and well-being. Maybe even some more creativity, spaciousness to explore and to do and to play. So take a deep heart breath and ask yourself, what would I love to have? Maybe it's the resources to create a warm, welcoming, comfortable home, or to buy that zippy car, or to create a meaningful career that really connects you to your purpose and your passions. Or often I hear deep connection with a special someone. Taking a deep heart breath. And what would you love to do? Maybe it's having special free time to spend time with family or friends. Maybe it's that opportunity to travel, to find adventure, to really connect with a juicy sense of aliveness. Or maybe it's finding more time to exercise, to get out in nature and explore. Or maybe it's even learning a new skill or write that book. Maybe there's even a project that's been on the back burner that maybe you've wanted to work on for some time. Or maybe something that you've put on the back burner that you wanted to do ever since you were young, like me, and still haven't gotten around to doing it. Is there something that even gave you great pleasure when you were younger? Maybe dancing or riding your bike or singing or playing an instrument. What would you love to do? And taking that deep heart breath. And how would you like to be while you're doing this, while you're creating this life that you love? Maybe less stress, greater peace and clarity and ease and strength. What does that feel like in your body? Deep heart breath. As you imagine even greater balance and ease and joy and love. Deep heart breath. As you ask yourself, what would I love to do, be, and have? And now, gently open your eyes and begin to write whatever came up for you. I'll give you a minute or so to just jot a few ideas down. You can always come back to it. And remember, it's not the time to edit. It's really the opportunity for you to get curious about what source, what basically your spirit is calling you. And I'll just say this, it's also okay if nothing really came up for you. That sometimes happens. But what we've done is we've created a powerful search engine for your mind to begin to look for circumstances, what I call expanders, inspiration in your life, to show you what's a heck yes, like that body opening, or a heck no, which is that sense of constriction. So expansion following that, and actually paying attention to what the constrictions are as well. I'll give you an example. I was like, dang, I want to lose weight. So then I began to realize, okay, I don't want to say I want to lose weight because that's focusing on weight, but I want to be at my optimal weight. I want to be able to have flexibility. I want to be able to have the energy to move forward. And interestingly enough, I began to realize, oh, well, maybe I do have good health and well-being, but that sense of feeling sexy in the body that I do have. So all these pieces help to basically have gain a greater clarity about what it is, what's calling you forward. So I'm going to invite you to write in the chat if there's anything that surprised you, anything that's being called forth that you're like, wow, I didn't even realize that that was something that was really in my heart and on my mind. And as you're doing that, I'm going to just say, really, yesterday we talked about the importance of prioritizing yourself. And today is a key part of that, is to begin to carve out that time. So those of you who didn't get a chance to watch the first part, and just 20 minutes to begin to acknowledge how you can bring back 5+ hours in your week so you can carve out time for your dreams to emerge. And I know that today has been a quick drive. I mean, I've taken people through this in in like 12 weeks to begin to tease out the mindset that keeps them from moving forward. In fact, tomorrow we're going to be talking a little bit more about that. So what I want to encourage you to know is that you lean into support. You don't have to do this all on your own. And ask yourself, what would be possible if you were able to further define your dreams and get the support to have that consistent forward momentum and the resources to move it forward. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about really what gets in the way. What are those mindsets that keep us stuck? And what are the tools, let's say, or I call them the hacks, to tackle the screaming monkey mind that tells you you can't do it, oh, that's not comfortable, and to begin to propel you forward. So in the chat, I'm going to ask you to now put, well, two things. What do you imagine might be one small step that you can take over the next 24 to 48 hours to move your dream forward? It might look something like calling that someone, somebody that has the resources or the skills that you are looking for. Or it could be getting support. Like often if I have something I need to get done, I'll engage my accountability partner, and we'll work together to come up with ideas and basically accountability to get something done on a time frame. Or it may actually be looking like putting something in your calendar to explore next steps. So if you can put in the chat, what might be a good step, a micro step that you can begin to take to move your vision and your dreams forward? And if you can put that in the chat. And I ask people to do this because it's one thing to think about it. It's another thing to write it down. And it's a third level of commitment to yourself and others when you begin to speak it out loud. But we're not going to be speaking it out loud right now, but you'll be putting it in the chat if you're willing to commit to the next steps. So I'm just going to encourage you. Today has been, like I said, a quick drive. I'm going to encourage you to join us tomorrow so that you can begin to learn what are those ways in which you can propel yourself forward so that you can unhook the monkey mind that has been keeping you stuck in, I'll call it, certain patterns that have kept you from moving forward in the direction of your dreams.